Hey Janet, do you have a second? Sure. There's some overtime available for this weekend. Are you interested by any chance? So this weekend I have a graduation party for my nephew with my family. So um, I won't. I don't think I'm gonna be available. Okay, no problem. Wait, that's it? What do you mean? That's it? What? What? I mean, like, you're not gonna make me come in? Like, are you? It's not mandatory overtime. I'm not understanding. No, Janet. You see, overtime is never mandatory. We don't live in a state that permits mandation. I also respect that you have a life outside of work. So if you can't make it, especially on such short notice, I have no choice but to accept it and ask someone else. You know what? I can probably just cancel or reschedule the graduation party. Let me move some things around. I'll be here. It's okay. It is not necessary for you to cancel your plans. You go do your thing with your family. Okay. Are we okay? Are we good? We're great. Hey, boss. Thank you for taking the time out to meet with me. I just needed to run something by you and see what your thoughts were. So, I know it's really none of your concern, and I understand if you can't do anything about it, but my rent went up significantly, and I was forced to get a second job, and that job is on weekends, but I also need to work Mondays there. So I know in the past, people in my department have done 4 days a week, 10-hour days to make up the 40 hours. And I was just kind of hoping that you could allow me to do that so that I could take that other job so that I'm not homeless in a couple months. Wow, I am so sorry that's happening to you. I don't see it being a problem as long as there's coverage, which you have a counterpart. So, why don't we just do it to where both of you work 4 10-hour days? She can work Monday through Thursday, and then you'll work Tuesday through Friday. I hope that works for you. And again, I'm sorry that that's happening to you. Working two jobs is not fun. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. You don't understand. I know that, you didn't really have to do it, but thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I take care of my mom, and I'm the only one working, and I'll be working 7 days a week. So you made it possible. Thank you so much. You needed to see me? Yes. For some reason, you were approved to work 4 10-hour days a week. I just wanted to remind you that next week is a holiday on Wednesday, so I'm going to need you to adjust your schedule to come in every day next week except for Wednesday. I mean this with all the respect in my heart, but your boss's boss's boss approved for me to be off on Mondays because I have another job. I get that, but I mean, if you want to be that person and go running to her and let her know that I'm giving you this order, you can do that. But I'm gonna need you to be here next week. The other half of my department isn't having to adjust their schedule on holiday weeks. Is there a reason that I'm having to do it? Well, the other half of your department, they're working really hard. Did you just say it's because they're working hard? Don't take it personal. I need you to adjust your schedule next week. I just need you to come in every day next week. I get you have another job, but your other job really has nothing to do with me. I won't be here on Monday. I'll submit a PTO request. And if it's denied, then I'll go to HR because then it's personal. Thank you all so much for joining this committee. Essentially, this is where you can address any concerns you've brought up to your superiors and nothing's really happened. I'm not saying that it fell through the cracks, but sometimes we get busy and we just want to follow up on those concerns. So feel free to voice any concerns that you have, and we will follow up with upper management and leadership. Also, keep in mind any concerns that you bring up here are anonymous. So there will be no retaliation in case you bring something up of a sensitive nature. I have something to bring up. Yes, of course, Veronika. Thank you. It's actually a couple things, and I have brought this up to my management, and sometimes, like you said, they get busy, so I would like for it to be followed up on. I brought up some safety concerns regarding the vehicle that we drive, and I've also brought up the fact that we deal with potentially life-threatening items, and our compensation doesn't reflect that liability. And I really haven't heard anything back about that. Also, we would like an escort. My department is all women, and I'm not saying we can't defend ourselves, but we really don't have the opportunity or the ability to defend ourselves. So it'd be great if we could have an escort when we have to drive off site. That is something that I have also brought up, and we really haven't heard anything back. These are all great concerns, Veronica. We'll get back to you. Just give us a couple days and let us figure out what's going on, and then we'll get back to you with an update. You needed to see me? Come on in, Veronica. Have a seat, please. You know everyone from our management team. We're here to discuss some concerns that you brought up recently. You mean the concerns that I brought up anonymously? Well, some people in that meeting were a little worried that you were, I guess, trying to make us look bad. Regardless, I've brought these concerns to you multiple times. It's not like that was the first time I ever said anything. I think the biggest issue is that you've never brought any of these concerns to our attention. I haven't? I thought you might say that. February 12th of last year. Hey, the car has a flat again. I'm getting really afraid to drive this car on the highway every week. It really needs to be replaced. Your response was, I have a headache. Today is not a good day to discuss. No. March 8th. Hey, did you ever get any information on the compensation review? Because this really isn't working out. The amount of liability we come into contact every day is actually a little concerning. And your response was, I have not. We'll have to review those messages. For essentially we'd have to validate them. I'm not saying you're not being truthful, but we need to validate those text messages. I mean, I get that for liability purposes, you can admit to knowing that we are driving an unsafe vehicle, and just for general shitty management purposes, you can admit to the fact that I've been asking for a compensation review for months and you've been ignoring me. So I get why you're pretending in front of all these people. But I've brought it up, and I have more text messages if you need to see them. This meeting is over. You can go back to your desk now. I'll let you know if we need anything else from you.